Here at R&A Scott, we hold the MAN Truck and Bus UK franchise for Gainsborough and the surrounding area. But we don't just service and repair trucks, we do cars as well. Our competitive car service and MOT packages start from as little as £99 and include parts, labour and VAT. But we're not just fanatical about vehicles, we are passionate about football too and are proud to sponsor Gainsborough Trinity.
Blue, Matlock in their change strip of white shirts, navy shorts and navy and white socks. Today's referee, Mr David Jones, and he'll be supported by Andrew Pontin and Ryan Bolt. As Simon Russell, the skipper, leads the respect handshake. Be a home debut for Gregg Smith for the Holy Blues. Made his debut in the game against his former club Grantham Town on Boxing Day and proved to be an effective foil, allowing Curtis Morrison and Declan Bacon to play their game off the front man. Only moments away from kick-off now. Trinity next in action on Saturday after this one, making the long trip to Whitby Town before returning to home soil on Tuesday when we entertain Lincoln United in the second round of the Integro League Cup. A little bit of transfer news for the Holy Blues today, announcing the signing of Jordan Adebayo-Smith this morning. He's not available until after tomorrow, but should be in the 16 for the trip up to Whitby at the weekend. The game's now starting to come thick and fast for the Holy Blues. Good numbers already inside the Carlisle Street stand. Over on the opposite side, we're still in our temporary home, just to the right of the ping stand. Russell waits primed, ready to go. Final checks being undertaken by the referee. And we're almost ready for action. Goalkeepers quickly checked. Left hand, right hand checked of the referee's wristwatch. And we are underway. 2020, as Shane Clark and Simon Russell exchange passes and Trinity win a throw-in just inside the Matlock half, which Jamie Green looks to get on quickly with. Thrown down the line. Helped on by Gregg Smith, hooked out of play. Trinity gaining a couple of yards down the left-hand touchline with a throw-in midway inside the Matlock half. Morrison gets the ball to feet, looks to release Simon Russell. One-touch pass into the feet of Bacon. Bacon gets it back to Simon Russell, and Russell ruffles the side netting with a snapshot on the turn. First opening for Trinity. Russell couldn't find the target, but very bright, building down the left-hand side. Not a lot he could have done, apart from getting his hand out of the way. Jordan Sinnott looking to get things moving for Matlock over the set piece, midway inside the Trinity half. Right-footed delivery up towards the back post. Gregg Smith gets up, wins the first ball, but Morrison can't get to the second ball. A clever back heel releases Luke Dean, who tries to send the ball to the back post. Ambitious effort back up across goal. Stainfield's there to win the ball, but Trinity having to suffer a bit of pressure. There's a strange skewed effort back into the danger zone. From the 11, Thomas Poole harmlessly drifts over Lloyd Allinson's crossbar, but a clearance to nobody in particular. And now Matlock are able to come forward. A long ball forward from Ben Gordon. Thornton's in right place, helped on by Shane Clark. Michael Williams can't quite get there, and the ball falls kindly for Marcus Marshall down the left-hand side. A turn of pace from Marshall, digs it back, but it's not a kind ball, and Jordan Sinnott can't keep his shot down. Out of the ground, and a let off for Trinity. Another set piece. This one 2-3 yards outside of the Trinity penalty area on the left-hand side, and Jordan Sinnott, right foot, will take the ball away from the goalkeeper. Lord Allenson quickly puts two in the wall, Simon Russell and Jamie Green. As Jordan Sinnott steps up, takes it short, driven goalwards by the forward Luke Dean. And Trinity now looking to break. It's Morrison up on his own. Curtis Morrison, he's got two to contend with, and it's Curtis Morrison going the long way round. He's now in the penalty area, across the box, looking, Michael Williams up in support. Williams is there first, but he's forced wide, cuts back onto his left foot, but he's got no support coming with him. Right foot, delivers, tries to win a corner, still in play. Trinity promised so much, but Morrison's pace got him away, but the only player up in the box was Michael Williams, and just wasn't quite enough. As Stainfield comes forward, gets the ball into Gregg Smith, who looked after the ball really well, and gives it back to Nathan Stainfield. Stainfield looking to get the ball into the left-hand channel. Bacon can't get there. Clark gets the second ball, but gives the ball back. Swing and a miss from the Matlock centre half. John Stewart's in the right place to bring the ball down. Now 24 minutes on the clock as Simon Russell takes the ball and spots it over on the right hand side. An out swinging corner for the Holy Blues to be delivered by Simon Russell. Delivered in towards the back post. Stainfield keeps it alive, back across goal and hooked up, but only to the edge of the area. Mike Williams recycles, finds Simon Russell, and Russell delivers into the box. Gregg Smith heads in! Gregg Smith rising highest, nodding home Simon Russell's centre, and Gregg Smith's one happy boy on its home debut. It's Gainsborough Trinity 1, Matlock Town 0. Stainfield winning the first header from the corner, back across goal, only partially cleared. Michael Williams worked the ball back out to the corner kick taker Simon Russell. Russell wasted little time in putting the ball back into the box, and Gregg Smith was there to rise highest and head home past John Stewart on his return to the Blues. Gainsborough Trinity 1, Matlock Town 0. Can't help but think a few decisions might go his way. The Stainfield can't cut the ball out, and Thornton steps in and wins the ball very well, covering his centre-back partner and then showing quick feet to turn away before dinking the ball out to the left-hand side. Sublime bit of vision. It's with Morrison. Morrison delivers towards the back post. Smith heads down. Trinity can't keep the ball in the area as Declan Bacon gives away another free kick and frustratedly appeals. A little bit of a bump and a barge from the Matlock man. Bacon stands his ground, and the Matlock man continues pushing him away. Simon Russell delivers towards the penalty spot. Stainfield gets on the end of it, but loops onto the roof of the net. Another corner. Simon Russell having to do doggies from left to right, back again. Good pressure. Simon Russell certainly enjoying this. He's probably the warmest player on the field at the moment, having to do this running. Will the Holy Blues venture that way, or will they just look to see the game through to half-time?
Ideal time to get another goal, this.
Ideal time to take the game out of Matlock's reach. Simon Russell on the set piece. Does go in towards the back post. Gregg Smith competing, helped on by Will Thornton. Morrison can't get there. Clark steers it goalwards. It's closer to the corner flag than the goal though from Clark. And Williamson throws down the line. That is half-time, with the Holy Blues leading by a goal to nil. We'll be back after 15 minutes, a hot drink to warm up, and the Holy Blues leading by a goal to nil. Gregg Smith, the first goal scorer of the new decade. Join you again soon. An enforced change earlier on, Thomas Poole being replaced by Dan Bramall late on in the first half, and Jordan Sinnott replaced at half-time by Chib Chalaka. We're back underway with Matlock attacking the goal away to our left-hand side. Chib Chalaka straight into the action, but Stainfield strong, gets the clearance up towards halfway. Will Thornton beaten in the air by Marcus Marshall. Williamson just steering the ball out wide, so that Lloyd Allenson could grasp at his near post for a throw in. Ben Gordon gets the ball back from Luke Dean, and it's with 6, Bailey Gouda down the left hand side. Marcus Marshall takes the ball away from Will Thornton, gets to the byline and cuts the ball back, but Trinity, getting men back behind the ball, aren't able to clear. As Shane Clark puts the pressure on, and there's an air shot, first from Luke Dean. Trinity getting men behind the ball. It's ugly as Yates swings a leg at it from 25-30 yards, and it's harmlessly wide of Lloyd Allinson's left hand post, gaining a throw in good territory, in a good position for the Holy Blues. As Williamson finds Bacon, and Bacon wins a corner kick down on the near side in front of the club on the park stand. And Simon Russell comes across.
Can you see all
Hey?
Can you see all right?
Yeah. Simon Russell spots up the ball. The big guns are up at the back, up from the back. Thornton and Stainfield spinning. Stainfield gets there, heads it goalwards, saved by John Stewart. Strong right hand from the goalkeeper. Declan Bacon picks up the ball and tries to steer it back in, but it's poor and behind for a goal kick. Stainfield extending John Stewart. John Stewart equal to the effort. It looked a strange decision, but referee with better eyes was a little bit closer than I was, in my defence. Mitchell Dunne receiving some instructions, preparing to enter the fray, as Lloyd Allenson looked for Gregg Smith, but Smith's beaten in the air. James Williamson does well to get a foot in. Shane Clark gets a foot in. Shane Clark in a crumpled heap. Looks like that might have been caused by the challenge of Williamson, but play continues with Marcus Marshall finding Scrivens. Scrivens goes outside us and delivers across the box. Jamie Green's in right place, hammered upfield. Gregg Smith trying to compete. As play continues, referee could surely stop play. Shane Clark in a lot of pain at the moment as play continues. The ball out for a goal kick, and now the referee might check on the well-being of Shane Clark, who really felt the full force of James Williamson, I think, trying to clear the ball away. It's his way seconds later. Holy Blues 1, Gladiators 0. No feeling in my hands, my toes, or my nose. As Jamie Green finds Gregg Smith, and Gregg Smith turns away from the challenge, feeds it into the path of Curtis Morrison. Morrison tries to dink the ball over John Stewart, can't do. John Stewart makes himself big, stands up well at his near post, and is happy to see the ball behind for a corner, and can't win anything. He asks the assistant referee in no uncertain terms how that's not a throw in Trinity's way. Levered forward by Adam Yates. It looked like in an offside position as Stainfield misses his kick, goes to ground. It wasn't, it was Stainfield on the cover, 6 yards out, but was able to recover. The Holy Blues having to defend. Stainfield gets a touch on the ball, but Marcus Marshall breaks onto the ball. Lloyd Allenson quickly down and quickly out, smothers the ball at the feet of Will Thornton. Will Thornton to take. John Stewart right foot it from left to right. Stainfield underneath it wins the first ball, but Matlock doing well, getting round and winning the second ball. Trinity putting bodies on the line. That looked like a foul on the Trinity man again, but referee choosing not to give, and the ball's hung up looking for Declan Bacon. As Gregg Smith now looks to feed in Declan Bacon. Bacon onto his right foot, back across goal. A whisker wide of John Stewart's right hand upright. Gregg Smith steering the header into his strike partner's path, and Declan Bacon moving away from goal to the right hand side. Tried to send the ball back the way it came, inches wide of the upright. Chance for the Holy Blues. Smith, fearsome presence when he's running at you, especially on a cold afternoon like this, but he can't get anywhere near the ball. And Matlock coming forward down the Gainsborough left hand side. First time ball deep into the area. Hanging ball to the back post. Rifled home by Dan Bramall. Trinity caught cold. Deep ball into the back post. Bramall saw the dropping ball and a good finish, but shows the quality that he possesses, that had him on the books of Everton as a youngster. Gainsborough Trinity 1, Matlock Town 1. Looking to play. The goal, it's been coming for Matlock, and Trinity still struggling to really get a hold in. It's with Ben Gordon now, delivering into the penalty area. Stainfield rises highest. It falls to the 4, Luke Dean. Swing and a miss. It's wide of Allinson's goal. If Bacon had taken his chance, then a 2-goal lead could have been insurmountable. Instead, Trinity will have to start again and get going as Simon Russell plays the ball forward. Bacon competing. Mitchell Dunne pokes a pass, goes in on his right. Strong right hand save by John Stewart. And it comes out. Declan Bacon now recovering the ball on the right hand side. Delivers low into the box. Williamson heads it into the danger area. An effort on goal. It fumbles around the box. Goal! Mitchell Dunne rifles home. Restores Trinity's lead. A minute after going back level, Mitchell Dunne pounces on the loose ball and rifles it into the net. Trinity threatening to go back in front. Do go back in front. Mitchell Dunne's put the Holy Blues 2-1 in front. Just Curtis Woodhouse would have wanted it. Mitchell Dunne, the substitute for Trinity, delivers it. 7 minutes of play still to go. I did say hot chocolate. I didn't say cold chocolate, although a Mars bar would be nice. No good for the New Year's resolution though, as Lloyd Allinson clears up towards Gregg Smith. Repelled, long ball forward. Thornton having to defend, gets something of a touch on it, but Marcus Marshall gets his body in, looks to turn, Thornton inside out, Marshall to the byline, pulls back, steered goalwards, half a yard wide of the near post, but a little bit of a let off. Thornton, lucky boy there, misjudged the flight of that ball, and Marcus Marshall, who's been a threat up front all game, has been a handful for the Trinity defence. And Yates looks like he again starts with the foul throw, nothing given, and Stainfield has to get up to win the header, helped on by Simon Russell, pumped into the Trinity box, headed up in the air by Williamson, and referee does bring the game to a close. It's finished here at the Martin Co Arena in association with Wilson & Co, the new name for Vauxhall in Gainsborough. Gainsborough Trinity 2, Matlock Town 1. Trinity's unbeaten run stretches to 4 games. Next in action against Whitby Town away on Saturday the 4th of January. Happy New Year to the Trinity faithful. Gregg Smith and Mitchell Dunne with the goals for the Blues as Trinity start the year with all 3 points.